I learned to trade pretty much on my own. My grandfather was a great help, and I had a great uncle called Russ Troutman in Wellersburg that I used to go with him when he tapped his trees. But it was pretty much a learning experience of my own. Well, when I was 8 years old, as far back as I can remember, me and my grandpap tapped some trees using elderberry shoots for spiles in a bucket, and we cooked it down in a big kettle. And I can remember one night when I was in elementary school that I cooked syrup all night and made a quart of syrup. Probably the best syrup I ever made in my life. Maple syrup is an interesting, challenging agriculture business. I mean, it is one part of agriculture. If you have a decent crop, yes, you can make your living from it. 20 years ago, it was very hard to sell syrup, not unless you went on to the bulk market and the prices weren't good. Now, in the last 5 years, the syrup is a worldwide product, and the prices are very good, and it's just a thing that I do in my farming operation. Okay, yes, we do have several maple producers in our area. Right close to us, we have, within 5 miles, we have 4 to 5 sugar houses. One in Maryland, and the rest are in Pennsylvania, up here in Bedford County. And then you get up into Somerset County, there's quite a few sugar producers anymore. What makes this farm different? Well, there's really not a whole bunch of difference in it. The one advantage that we have with our maple syrup is our trees all don't set at one location. We have different soils, different trees. They're all hard sugar maple, and soil and trees and blending the syrup from those trees in different locations definitely is an asset to us. Okay, we usually start here at our home farm, which is our earliest trees, most of the time around the first part of February. And then we just keep moving on to our other trees that are colder and north trees on our other farms. And usually we try to finish up tapping by the 10th, 12th of March. This all depends on the weather also. Everything depends on weather. And usually finish up by 8th, 10th of April. Well, it used to be that everyone, first thing, a tree has to be the size of a bucket before you tap. Well, that's a tree about 30 years old. And yes, growing up, I did over tap until I got more knowledgeable about the industry. Now we'll take a tree that's maybe 15-inch in diameter and put one tap. We have very, very few trees with more than 4 taps. And I do have one tree here on this farm that is the best sugar tree that I've had. Per tap, you usually figure 15 gallons of sap per tap hole. And this tree 2 years ago, I kept a record on it. It produced 63 gallons of sap per tap hole. And that is an extremely good tree. Why it is, it's only 100 feet from other trees, but this tree is one tremendous tree.
All right.
Well, I continue to make maple syrup because I enjoy it. That's the biggest thing, is the enjoyment of it. And it's a sign that spring is coming, and a new thing, a new burst of new life where the buds appear and the leaves come back. And if you did, I'm 63 years old now, and when you did something since you was 8, it's just a part of your life. Well, there is one thing. You talk about traditions. There is one saying, and it holds true 100%. And the sugar makers use this. Wind from the west, sap runs best. Wind from the north, sap comes forth. Wind from the east, sap runs least. Wind from the south, sap is a drought. And this is 100% true.